Welcome to SnapComms. This training session shows you how to create a survey using the new survey interface. Although we focus on the survey, the principles covered apply to the new quiz too. The key improvements introduced in the new interface are do-it-yourself themes, faster message creation through a simplified modern design, a drag-and-drop intuitive editing environment with far greater visibility of editing changes, especially of the question fields, real-time previews of the survey window and notification window, an auto-save feature, engaging on-screen animations, as well as easier to access reports. All of these will be demonstrated in this session. Let's open the SnapComms Content Manager and take a look at the changes. Click Create Content, and here you'll spot the first difference. Notice how I have two surveys available. One is marked Legacy with this blue label. Choosing this version opens the interface you are familiar with. Let's take a quick look at that. Here you would select your template and then name the survey Legacy. Save the survey in the Staff Survey folder, then click Create Content. Now you see the existing interface with the tabs to navigate along the top and the Save button on every tab. Let's leave that there and look at the new survey. This time, when I create content, I select the survey without the Legacy label. And instead of a selection of templates, you will now see a choice of themes. Themes govern the look of your survey window in terms of the logo, fonts, and colors. This new feature eliminates the need to order branded templates from SnapComms and gives you full control over the branding of your survey. Please watch the Branding and Themes tutorial for training on creating your own themes. For this training, we will imagine that we are the corporate communications team at the Circle Company needing to send out a staff survey about an imminent office move. So I'm selecting the Circle Company corporate theme. I will name my survey Office Move Survey and create it in the Staff Survey folder. Let's pause here and orientate ourselves in this new Survey Designer interface. Firstly, look at how the theme we selected has styled the survey window, the logo, the colors, and the fonts. All editing is real-time and inline, so you can immediately see exactly how your content will be displayed in the message window. This is a huge improvement over the legacy survey editing, where you are virtually editing the survey blind. Notice in the bottom right-hand corner how every edit is automatically saved, and you can undo any changes you have made too. Notice how the configuration options, covering the survey settings, the target audience, the dates, the delivery mechanism, and the notification are down the right-hand side instead of tabbed across the top in the legacy survey. And of course, the Publish button is bottom right next to the Undo and Redo tools. Top left, we have three icons. Preview lets you see how the survey will appear when published to your staff. We'll come back to that once we've finished creating this survey. The pencil icon switches on the designer mode for editing the questions, which we'll do shortly. And the Actions button lets you rename, move, clone, disable, or delete content, as well as save as a content template. This is an incredibly powerful new feature, which we have a separate training session for. Lastly, top center, you can switch the view from showing the content of the message window to seeing the pop-up notification. Switching the view to the notification window is another great new feature. You now have control of the design and content of the pop-up notification window. Let's get started and edit this survey. Switch on the designer mode and notice the tray of tools that becomes available on the right. You have the flexibility to add any of these tools to your survey as you build the content. An example of a use case here would be to display a video and then ask questions about the video in the survey. You may also want to add an image at the top of the survey to make it more attractive on screen. In this case, I simply want to add a separator below the instructions. Then edit your instructions if required, And now click to add your first question. My question is, do you require help packing your workstation for the office move? My first available option should be yes please, and the second being no thanks. I want everybody to answer this question, so I'm switching it to be mandatory. To add the next question, I can either duplicate the first or use the Add Question button. My second question is multi-select, which means users can choose more than one answer. My question is, in order to help us plan parking requirements, please let us know how you will travel to the new premises. Select as many as apply. My first response is, I will drive my own car. The second option is, I will carpool with a colleague. Use the plus icon to add another option. The third option is, I will use public transport. And the fourth option is, I will walk or ride my bike. Again, this question is mandatory. And now add another question. My final question is, do you have any concerns or questions about the move? This is a free-form answer, which means recipients can enter any text as their response. This question is not mandatory. Click outside and then size to content. Notice how I can reorder questions by simply dragging them, and the question numbers will update automatically. I can also resize the window so that it takes up less space vertically on the screen. Next, switch to the notification view and edit the content with an attention-grabbing headline and an eye-catching graphic. Remember, you can update the call to action buttons and then switch back to the content window. I've just noticed that I still have a placeholder for my terms and conditions. I'm going to delete that because I don't require terms and conditions for this survey. Size to content to fit to the window. Lastly, preview the survey to check the on-screen display and animation. Don't forget to check your notification window too. I'm happy with those, so I'm going to close the preview. I'm going to close the designer, and we need to move to the right to update the survey settings. You can remove the question numbers if required, and decide if a user can take the survey more than once, which is not required here. Should SnapComms keep the response anonymous or let you see who said what? And should the survey disappear from the message history once it has been responded to? Click Apply. Next, select the group of users or individuals who should receive the survey. In this case, it's the whole organization. Then choose the date and time when your survey should first appear. For this demonstration, we will send it immediately. The default delivery mechanism is to all SnapComms apps on PCs and mobiles, and it's always best practice to include a push notification to your mobile devices. The notification settings define how many times the pop-up reminder should come back if the user doesn't respond the first time they see your pop-up. The default is to recur until submitted, and the recurrence interval is 45 minutes. All of these can be changed if you prefer. Now let's publish the survey. Check your settings, then confirm. At the date and time you chose, the pop-up notification will appear on each user's screen. They'll click the link to read your instructions, answer your questions, and submit the questionnaire. Let's come back to the dashboard and look for the survey and take a look at the responses and scores in the success report. For details on reading the success report, please see the SnapComms Reports tutorial. Thank you for watching this SnapComms tutorial. If you require additional help, please read the knowledge base article on surveys and quiz, or email tech support@snapcoms.com.